Hey everybody, good evening. Tom Bullington here, Keller Williams Premier Realty. It is Monday, January 13th, 2020. Hope all of you had a great start off to your week. Here in Minnesota, I think it was about 25 degrees, which is actually a little bit above average here for this time of year, but we'll take it. No major snowstorms or ice or anything, so the roads are fairly good. Hey, I wanted to touch base about why I'm a realtor and how I got into the business, or why I got into the business. When I was a kid, I grew up in the same home for 13 years in West Des Moines, Iowa. And one day my dad came home and said, I'm going to get a job in New York City. And we're going to move to New York. We're going to move to the metro area of New York City. So we moved, packed up and moved. I was 13 years old. I was in 7th grade. We moved to New Jersey. And my dad took the train into Manhattan and worked there for about 3 years. Worked for AT&T in downtown Manhattan. Took the PATH train into the World Trade Center. And then walked about 2 blocks over to Broadway, where the AT&T headquarters were. And it was a great situation for him because he was able to... He was in his mid-50s and just really had worked in Des Moines and all over Iowa in the Bell system and wanted to go back to the East Coast. His sister lived back there, and a number of things they wanted to do on the back in the East Coast. So it was kind of a perfect situation. But moving as we did, and then we moved back 3 years later to Omaha, Nebraska, gave me kind of the fever of liking going out and looking for homes. We looked at homes in New Jersey, we looked at homes in Nebraska, and then ultimately, as I went to college and went off and got married and came back to Minneapolis area, bought a few homes up here. And we lived in Phoenix and bought a home down there, which is our first home, my wife Cheryl and I. So I had the fever back when I was 13, 14 years old for real estate. I didn't really realize it, but I really enjoyed going out and looking for homes. And that's always kind of been in my background as far as really enjoying that, enjoying the process. And I've been friends with realtors over the years, and as we've looked for homes, both here in the Twin Cities and down in Phoenix area where we lived for 8 years, really enjoyed the process. So I thought, someday, maybe as a second career, I'll become a realtor. And sure enough, about 3 years ago, I was in a situation where I was really tired of corporate America and tired of sitting in a cubicle all day, making really no tangible impact on people's lives, no positive impact on other people. And I was in corporate communications and marketing, and it just seemed kind of meaningless to me. And so I made the decision to have kind of a second career and got a real estate license and began selling real estate about 3 years ago. And since then, I have really just loved it. I was telling someone again today that I love being a realtor because I get to make a tangible difference in people's lives every single day. Whether I'm on the phone with someone, whether I'm showing a home to someone. I was actually at one of my new listings here in Vermillion, Minnesota, just south of Hastings. We're going to be selling a home down there. Family is moving out of town, and went over some paperwork with her. And I really just enjoy the ability to help people. And because they don't do this every day, this is a big deal for folks, that they are looking for a home, whether they're moving down the street or across the country. This is a big deal. It's a big financial investment. It's a big financial obligation for them. And whatever I can do to smooth the path along the way for them, that's why I do it. So I just really enjoy that, and I thrive on it. And I've always really tried to be involved in my community and tried to be involved as much as I can in people's lives and in a positive way. And this is another tangible way I can do that. So that's really the basis of why I'm a real estate agent. I try to do things here in the Hastings community as well as in the South Metro area as far as investing in our city, investing in local businesses, helping folks that are interested in running for public office or that are starting up a new business and publicizing their businesses on Hastings Happenings, which we have been doing for about 11 years now. So that's really the reason I'm a realtor, is to help people. And it's it can be very rewarding. It can be challenging. It can be a heck of a lot of fun, and some days are better than others. But at the end of the day, you know that you've done whatever you can to try to help someone, and that makes all the difference. So that's really it in a nutshell. If you've always wondered why people would get into real estate or what type of person, I hope that whatever realtor that you've worked with in the past or that might in the future, I hope that person, he or she, has a kind of that fire inside to help someone and to really get involved in their lives and to make a positive difference in someone's life, because that's really what it is. This is a big investment. It's an emotional situation where someone is going to be leaving where they're living, where they get up, where they sleep every day, where they eat their meals, and they bring home babies from the hospital, and they have Thanksgivings and Christmases, and home is such a critical part of our lives. And then when we leave and we try to find a new place that's going to replace where we are, that's very challenging. So as a real estate agent, I try to make that as smooth as possible for folks. So if you have any questions, give me a call, 651-402-6356, and have a good evening. I will probably make another video tomorrow, and but I just thought I would share that. I think today is an appropriate day to share why I'm doing this, and it's it's fun, it's good, and it makes me feel good, and I get to help people. So that's kind of the bottom line. So hope you have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.